Hello to everyone. My name is Denis Ivanov. I'm from Kyiv Legal Hackers chapter, and I want to tell you about some history of burning of Ukrainian legal chapter. Sorry, that's better. 2 weeks ago, we launched the website. You can see it here. You can visit. Free visit and learn more about Kyiv legal hackers. It all began at April of 5th. It was the first Ukrainian chatbot conference where Valentin Pivovarov, this guy, Valentin, hello, proposed us, these 4 guys, to make a difference, to make new innovating, to join the community which called legal hackers. We don't know about what it's all about, but he said it will be something blow mind, because we can change mind, we can change legal system, we can change our country by adopting his proposition. So we decided to make a grand opening in Odessa. It's situated on Ukraine, on Black Sea, very nice city. We invited by online, by offline advertising, and we're supposed to have 10 or 15 visitors to our meetup which called Jurisprudence 2.0 Evolution. But when we came here, we have more than 100 visitors. So it was really a really terrific situation. We have cake, branding cake. So everyone who was on that meetup got some piece of legal hackers inside of himself. Till the August 5th, for now, we have a little bit statistic. So we done first legal tech hackathon in Eastern Europe. We made 3 successful legal tech events in core Ukrainian cities such as Odessa, Lviv, and Kyiv. We have 5 partners which I can call even friends, not only the partners. More than 10 media references such as TV, radio, blogs, podcasts, and many other. More than 20 legal projects become from the stage of idea into the stage of MVP or even beta test products are now working, which was born at the hackathon. Now we have more than 200, for now, more than 200 lawyers, which are now in the community in Telegram group. It's a messenger for speaking. And more than 700 Facebook followers are now in the Kyiv Legal Hackers on Facebook. And now I want to give a word to Dmitry.
Yeah. Thanks. Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Good.
Yeah, great. So my name is Dmitry. I'm innovating justice agent at the Hague Institute for Innovation in Law. It's called HIL. And yeah, I'm also happy to be part of legal hackers movement in Ukraine. So what we wanted to present you is just a small roadmap of legal tech in Ukraine. We divided it in 4 pieces, so it would be easier to comprehend, and then we gave each piece like a few main examples, right? So we have startups, we have companies like legal tech or legal tech companies or legal tech labs. Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Ukraine is one of the biggest outsourcers of IT solutions all over the world. So we have a lot of IT guys, and we also have a lot of a big justice problems. So I think that's a perfect match. Then we have law firms that are innovating in-house at the and they also do spin-offs. That's also a characteristic of Ukrainian scene. We have a lot of spin-offs from law firms. And then we have communities and accelerators. So I think altogether it makes it quite robust. So I'll start with the startups. We have more or less 50, I would say. During 2 last years, we've identified about 100 innovators who do something in sphere of law, and then we shortlisted about 50. So we have about 50 legal tech startups in Ukraine that are live with teams and doing something. So I'll mention just 3. So Legal Alarm, this is the best startup according to the Hague Institute for Innovation in Law for Hill. This is a SOS button where you can, if you're detained or you have just some situation where you would like immediately to talk to a lawyer, you can just press the button. But which is more important, you can, if you cannot answer, right? If you're detained or something happened, lawyer will not gonna reach you, and he will immediately get a message with your GPS coordinates. So he could come over and give you an advice. So it will constantly give, it's going to be constantly giving you the coordinates. It would also send a Twitter message and messages to your friends and family that you're in danger. I'm happy to say that Legal Alarm going to be presented at TechCrunch Disrupt this September at the Ukrainian Pavilion. Then we have Cryptonomica. These guys are doing online arbitration and online identification, like ID. Yeah, that's also exciting. They are about to do ICO, initial coin offering. That's their purpose for now. And then we have a very special law firm that has a chatbot in the center of the law firm, right? So the initial conversation and initial advices will be given by a chatbot, and then if you need further advice and to answer your specific questions, you have a back office of 7 top-notch lawyers that will give you answer to your specific questions. But in the very beginning, you're communicating with the chatbot. So this is the first part, and I would like now to pass the word to Helen. She'll tell a little bit more about tech companies. Right, Helen, please.
Hello, everybody. I'm Helen, and I represent company Liga Zakon, and I'm also in Kyiv Legal Hackers. The first company mentioned, Liga, it's the first IT provider that. Okay. The first company is Liga. It's the company which was first IT company provided products for lawyers. So the first product was research databases like LexisNexis, but it was local, so we work only with local laws and legislation. After that, they come to decision to make more products, for instance, analytics of court decisions and monitoring of counter-agents and so on. So it's one of the biggest companies that started to work 25 years ago, and it's also a representative of International Legal Tech Association in Ukraine. The second, it's LexNet.io. Maybe someone recognizes Valentin. Dmitry mentioned his before. He said that he asked for representation of legal hackers in Ukraine, and he started this division in Ukraine. And he also started up LexNet.io. It's like a legal tech lab, which focused on innovations in legal tech. They founded about year ago, yeah. So they started with chatbots, and also they've made by their team Legal Alarm that Dmitry mentioned before. The button that looks like an Uber, so you make ask for attorney to come just in 5 or 10 minutes. The Lexorium, it's the third project, like a lab also, but it's more educative in nature. So it's like an education session for lawyers who want to make a legal tech project. So they work with design thinking, they focus on case studies, so they have tech experts, legal experts, marketing experts who help teams to start it up. They found it in Odessa also maybe a year ago or half a year ago. So it's quite a young organization, but I'm proud of because it's found in Odessa, it's my native city. We also have law firms which focus on innovations in Ukraine. We have a lot of them, about 10 maybe, but we mentioned also 3. Accent Partners, a company that started us. I'm sorry, I started with Accent and then come back to Iskutum. So Accent Partner is the company that focused on innovation in management. They integrated into law firm management such type of management as holacracy. Later you'll have a presentation of Dima Gadomsky. He will tell more. They actually worked with IT company as the clients and with startups as the clients, and they learned from them more, so they decided to work with Scrum, Kanban, with agile workflow, in contracts. And then they decided that holacracy it's the best type of management, and it's like an innovation, and they also tried to make and to develop legal tech project. They recently made a partnership with Microsoft, as I'm not mistaken. The second company, Iskutum, it's a company that was the first one who started legal engineering in Ukraine. So they have a department with IT developers. Dmitry mentioned that Ukraine is one of the top IT outsourcing companies, countries in the world. So we have actually cheap developers in Ukraine, and it makes sense to do so for law firms, to make departments and to develop in-house. So they started to develop in-house and they made also some chatbots. For instance, about a month ago, they launched a patent bot. It's like a bot which helps to register patents and trademarks in Ukraine, but they do it also locally, only in this jurisdiction. And the third company we wanted to mention is Equa. Company also started to work in-house in legal engineering. Also they started to invest, but not invest, maybe support legal tech startups. They made Equa Legal Challenge. It's like not a hackathon, but it's a startup pitches, and they support it and give them funding. I also pass word to Dmitry. He tell more about communities because he's the representative of HIL, Innovating Justice Accelerator.
Okay, thanks. I was also wondering, have anybody of you been to Ukraine? Yes? Woo, great. We have at least 4 people. That's cool. I hope next year it's going to be more, and hopefully we're going to have a Legal Hacker Summit in Ukraine next year. That's our ambition. Okay, so I'll tell you about communities. It just happened that I'm involved in all of them, that we have basically 3 main communities and accelerators in Ukraine that help to, like a glue, to make all stakeholders come together and interact and innovate together. So the first one is the HIL Justice Accelerator. This is just us in The Hague, in the headquarters of HIL. Just a few words about HIL. That's a research institute, and at the same time we also have a Justice Accelerator. So during the last 5 years, we've accepted more than 1,000 applications with justice innovations from 79 countries, and we shortlisted 385 of them. And we also, one of our goals is to give access to justice. So this is the core of our business. That's an NGO, so this is more impact-oriented company. So we also measure our impact. And within 5 years, we've been able to give access to justice to 1.5 million people, just supporting bottom-up legal tech and justice innovations all over the world. And yeah, we also have a big goal by 2030 to have covered 30 million people having access to justice. That's like our mission. So, and few facts about Ukraine locally, what kind of impact we've achieved so far. So we've got one justice needs study. It was a huge study all over the Ukraine except annexed parts of it. And it covered about 40,000 families, and they were surveyed about their justice needs, about their justice satisfaction, and there is a huge, like 90 pages report about this. We also ran 2 justice innovation challenges. Last year we had one, and Legal Alarm, I've mentioned them before, they were the winner. And we also were happy to have Legal Advice Middle East at our bootcamp. They also presented there. So we also build this kind of connections, right? So during these 2 years, we received 99 applications from justice innovators, and we shortlisted about 47 of them. So that's quite a robust ecosystem, I would say. And we also made 50,000 US dollars in seed investment. Maybe that's not a huge money for US startups, but for small law firms or spin-offs or just guys who have an idea, like 10 to 20K can make a difference. And we hope it's gonna change the situation. So the second project that I would like to present you is legal startup crash test. That's basically also a community and regular pitching events. So every month or two, we gather at some hub. We have a set structure which consists of 3 parts. So we have a content part. We got entrepreneur who's experienced, who can give some advice to other guys who are just young entrepreneurs, right? So this is one important part. So then we have 3 pitches with Q&A sessions. So every startup, we have 3 startups every time. Each of them have 5 minutes to pitch. This is more or less investor pitch deck. And then we have 50 minutes for crashing them. Right, that's very important for young startups to get to have their problems, to know their problems as early as possible and try to solve them. So that's what we're trying to do. And the third part, which is also very important, right? Drinking beer. It's also very important because I think most people just coming to drink beer and eat pizza, but then they hear about startups and they want to do them their own. So what we've achieved, we got 18 startups pitched, 275 people visited legal startup crash test, and we ate 65 pizzas and really a lot of beer too. Okay, so this is the legal tech map of Ukraine that I would like to present you. And to wrap up, we also have a video from our hackathon. If you don't mind, can you? Okay, can you click it? Yeah.
Мы открываем хакатон.
Мы обсуждали, что в юридических фирмах происходит неэффективно, что можно упростить, а какие процессы можно удешевить.
think this hackathon is fantastic, great energy, lots of teams, lots of ideas. And Hill is looking for a lot of justice innovation ideas around the world, and Ukraine is really buzzing with ideas right now, so it's great.
Мы хотим, чтобы сложные вещи в юриспруденции были доступны каждому человеку.
Мы организовали первый в Восточной Европе хакатон юридических инноваций. У нас есть классные проекты, которые потенциально могут податься в разные фонды, у них есть будущее. Поэтому развиваем данную индустрию вместе.
Отдельное спасибо участникам хакатона. Ребята, вы настоящие legal hackers. Мы в вас верим, because you do what matters.
Yeah, that was it. Thanks a lot. This is our message, because we do what matters, right? Thank you, guys.